Welcome to the MobiLite destination sign system. This video will teach you how to program the MobiLite operator control unit. The goal is to provide users with information required to operate and maintain MobiLite vehicle signage. Let's get started. The MobiLite workflow process. At your computer, first create the spreadsheet file. The spreadsheet file must be saved as Excel Workbook 97-2003.xls. Second, upload the spreadsheet to the web. The web tool will convert the spreadsheet to a .out file. Do not open this OUT file. Save the output file to a USB thumb drive, which should be 2 gigs or less. On the bus. First, insert the USB key and load the output file into the ICU unit. Then, select the file you want to use. And last, enter the destination ID into the keypad. At your computer. Creating the spreadsheet. To maintain sign content information for MobiLite sign systems, a Microsoft Excel file should be used. The Excel file should contain 2 tabs, a tab named Front Sign and a tab named Side Sign. This allows for different verbiage on your front side and your side sign. The Excel file must have 4 columns: Destination ID, Route, Main text, and via text. For a copy of a sample spreadsheet, you can find it on our website by clicking the Help button. Then under the heading of Sample Excel File, click the Here link to download the Excel spreadsheet. This sample file contains 3 tabs: Instructions, Front, and Sign, and is set up for immediate use. Let's review how the Excel file should be created and formatted. The destination ID. The destination ID is the number of the destination for which to display the specified text. This column does not show on the sign. Destination is a mandatory field. If left blank, the web tool will kick it back. You can only load one destination file at a time. So if you have different destinations you want to display from one bus to another, that will need to be a different spreadsheet file, and only one file can be loaded at a time. Route column. Route is the route number associated with each destination ID and is what actually displays on the sign. This is not a mandatory field. The main text column. Main text will display on the top line when 2 lines of text are displayed. For example, if you specified a via text. You can have different verbiage information on the front sign than you can on the side sign if you'd like. Maybe you want to abbreviate or possibly even take out wording. To accomplish this, you would enter data on the side tab on the spreadsheet. If you have different destinations, once again, then it would be a different spreadsheet file, and that file must be loaded separately. The via text. If you are using the via text column, your main text has to stay the same. And note, any changes to the formatting of the spreadsheet could cause errors when loading. It is not recommended that you make any type of formatting changes. Rotations. MobiLite allows you to create rotations. If you want one screen to say Main Street and another screen to say Broadway, but you want it on the same destination and keep rotating back and forth, that's done by keeping the same entry number, so you'll have 2 rows of the same destination number. Let's take a look. Enter in the destination number, next enter in your main text. On the second row, the destination number needs to remain the same, and next enter in the second main text. And this is how you can create a rotation. Another scenario of rotations is having a destination with multiple rotations using via-text. Anytime there's a rotation, the route and main has to stay the same if there's a via-text. You can't have a rotation where one has a route and the other is blank. Here's an example. Enter in your route, then your main, next the via-text. Again, the destination, the route must remain the same, and your main text must remain the same, and you can enter in a different via-text. And this is how you can have multiple rotations using via-text. Text location examples. This is a sign with route data, main text, and via-text. This example is a sign with main text and via-text, but no route data. This example is a sign with route and main text only, and no via-text. And finally, this example is a sign with main text only. Loading the spreadsheet file into the web tool. You're now ready to load the spreadsheet file into the web tool and apply front and/or side data sheets. For a successful output file, here are a few things to remember. Destination ID is a mandatory field. If using rotations, the main text must stay the same. If using rotations with via-text, the route and main must stay the same. And finally, the Excel spreadsheet file must be saved as Workbook 97-2003.xls extension. With the web tool, you can identify signs by their width. The front sign is 14 by 108 and the side sign is 14 by 72. Our most common configuration is front 14 by 108 and side 14 by 72. However, this can vary, so you will need to know what signs you have. You can find this information on the labels on the back of the signs by either the description or part number. For example, 906-1418-XXX is 14 by 108, or you can count the LEDs. Signs are measured in LEDs. For example, 14 by 108 means that they are 14 LEDs high or 14 rows, and 108 long or 108 columns. Let's select our data. The front sign, click on the drop-down menu and choose 14 by 108. If you was using a curved side, you would choose 14 by 72. In this example, we're going to use a front sign only and click Continue. Select the file that you've saved on your desktop, locate that Excel file, and choose Open. You've now selected the Excel file. Next, select the Continue button. We're going to apply a front side data sheet, so select Apply. You're now ready to create the output file. The web tool has successfully created the output file. There may be times where the web tool may kick back the Excel spreadsheet. Let's take a look at some of the reasons why. In this example, the output file is letting you know that you're missing a destination ID. This example is pertaining to rotations. Remember earlier on we discussed that rotations must have the same route and main text. So the output file kicked back the Excel file because it's letting you know that rotations with destination IDs must have the same main text. This example is letting you know that the text is too big. The system cannot find a font small enough to fit all of the characters. You will need to shorten the main text. We're now ready to load the route data. Insert the USB key that contains the .out file you wish to load into the ICU sign system. If the USB key contains more than one .out file, press the down arrow button until the proper file is highlighted. In this example, the selected .out file is Kauai County 1.out. Press the Confirm button to automatically begin loading the selected file. When the file is loaded, the unit gives you a prompt and instructs you to remove the USB key. Once you have removed the USB key, the ICU cycles through an initialization process. Once it has reinitialized, the unit displays destination equals 00. At this time, you're able to enter a destination location. Destinations may have 2, 3, or 4 digits, depending on the version of the .out file that has been created. The destination in this example has 2 digits. The destination is selected by changing the thousands, hundreds, tens, and/or units. The blinking digit indicates the digit that may be adjusted using the up or down buttons. The user presses the left or right buttons to shift between the units and tens digits.